Hello YouTube, this is Charlie426 and today we have the review of the high-grade O Gundam ACD version from Double O. Now this kit was first seen at the mostly end of the series. To be more technical, this color was seen in the end of the series, and the other version, the rollout version, is the one that we've seen on the first episode. Now, this kit is pretty simple, pretty basic, and it doesn't have much stickers onto it, so it's a very great build. What you see is basically no stickers at all, of course, except for the eyes and another sticker that goes into the body, which you don't barely see. Now, first of all, what you get with the kit is, of course, the O Gundam 1GN drive. The reason I'm mentioning the GN drive, I have a reason. You get two pink beam saber effects, the flat ones. I'm currently using one at the moment. You get one shield, a very simple looking shield, and a pretty interesting handle here. I'll explain that later. I believe also this is called the GN shield or something, so yeah. You get according to Gundam Wiki and the instruction manual, this is not a beam rifle, this is called a beam gun, so yeah, well, it does look like a normal handgun pistol. And I do like the simple and compact design. And lastly, you get a GN condenser. Now this is the early type version, so it's pretty flat. Pretty simple. And yeah, let's get on to the review. Now, let's start with the basics. I got rid of a sticker sheet because I used all the stickers, and you only get exactly two stickers. Number one is the one that goes into the eyes of the sticker. Now it's just your pretty standard green Gundam eyes, and the other sticker, what you may ask, is a black sticker which goes into the main body. Now, what happens here is that you get a clear piece that goes onto the body here. This is not exactly a whole round piece, this is a half of a round piece. A half a sphere or a quarter of a sphere if you're talking about 3D, a certain dimensional aspect. And there's a black sticker that goes inside here, basically behind this chest piece. It's just a black sticker. Even though you don't use it, it won't be that noticeable personally, but yeah. So that's the only two stickers you get. Now, as far to my knowledge, and also thank you again, Prince Christian, for noticing me a lot what stickers it uses. One of the most biggest, shocking points that what I've learned about the rollout version sticker is that these yellow sections here for the rollout version, there's a sticker here. The V fins have a sticker, and I believe and a few more parts, but this and the V fin was just too shocking for me, so that's why I went for this. Okay, now let's get into the basic articulation. Let's start with the head as usual. Let me just change the angle. Okay, the head is pretty simple, your typical Gundam design. Really reminds you or me about the RX-78. Like I mentioned in my Gundam log video, this was a really mind-breaking or mind-blowing thing, because actually seeing a Universal Century Mobile Suit or Gundam being as a reference in a different series. So I was like, wow, that's amazing. So this is pretty interesting. Of course, if the eyes were even yellow, that would have been even better. I would have screamed. Now, the head has basic articulations. It can go down, up, and it has that polycab neck joint. And then 360 shouldn't be a problem. Now, I saw those, I think these are also like antennas or fins. Would hinder the movement, but currently no. So we have basic movement 360. Now let me zoom out and let's look at the arms. The arms are pretty, I don't know, really RX-78-ish look. It's not double jointed, so 90 degrees bend is all you can get, but it can, because of the shoulder armor, you can go out that much, and it has the basic articulations of twisting 360, and also the shoulder is connected to a there's a ball joint on the shoulder, and there's a polycap that goes into the body, so that's how it's connected. So you can also move the shoulder a little bit in front for a certain pose. And one thing that this kit is not your usual is that this doesn't have any holes or pegs onto the arm. just to let you know. It's not really that too common to see these days. Okay, the body, I believe, it has a little bit of movement. Technically, between the main body and that red piece over there, it's connected to a ball joint, but there's not much movement. It's morely stiff. And 360, if you push it in full, you can't go 360 because some pieces are blocking. But if you pull it out a little bit, I think it might be possible. But one thing to mention, that the main waist and the main body is not connected to a ball joint. It's actually a peg, so just remember that. So if you're a bit uncareful, if you're not careful, there is a high chance of being broken. Oh, I also forgot, you get one beam saber. You only get one beam saber handle, and no, you cannot. Just because you have another old Gundam doesn't mean you can attach it to here, because this blue section piece here actually is molded in with another peg for this part. So no, but it would have been really awesome to see if this had like double beam sabers on its back. Now it would have been perfect. For me, this is just my personal opinion, so don't take it too seriously. Okay, the legs. Once again, I say this is pretty basic. The front skirts can go up 90 degrees. These side skirts are connected to a polycap ball joint, and it can go about 90 degrees in front, and it looks like it's double jointed. So yeah, and the feet. Okay, you have to make a separate ankle part, and which is connected to a ball joint to the feet, but to the leg it's connected to with a peg. So just remember that. Okay, and the hands are connected to a ball joint. They're your typical ball joint hands. Also, you only get one set of hands of the ones I'm currently using. Well, considering the amount of stuff you get, it's not too surprising. Okay, now we've seen the basic articulation. Once again, this kit is a very basic kit. It's really simple to build and easy to build. So if you have a friend or someone who's like trying to get into Gunpla and not sure if he or she can handle like a complex or even can build one, recommend the old Gundam ACD version or the other one, because it's pretty simple. And basically, if you can build this, you won't have any problems building any other HGs. But if that person can't even build this properly, well, too bad. This may not be the best hobby for that person. Don't take it too serious, just my personal opinion. Now, accessories. I will start with the GN drive. Now, you get two options, because in the anime, the old Gundam was seen with the GN drive and the GN condenser, so it's really up to your choice. The GN drive, it's pretty basic. I hope I can take this off, because when I was attaching this GN drive, I heard a click noise indicating that it's like a solid connection. So I might have problems of taking this one out. Okay, give me a moment. I will have to use a knife. I mean, I don't mind having like a firm, strong connection. But if I have to show this on video, this might be like a bit of a problem. Now, I don't have a hobby knife because, I'm just too lazy to get one. And I'd rather spend a little bit more money on the kits instead of like, other stuff. Like hobby knives, nippers. Of course, I recently got a new Haro nipper, the green one, because my old nipper, it's been more than about 8 years since I had one. I had it, I think. So it's getting old and the pieces are falling off. Okay. You got the GN drive. Now there's a big hole there. What you can do is get this GN condenser and then attach it here. Personally, I find this a little bit too flat and I don't really like the way how it looks, so I'm gonna take this off and then reattach the GN drive. Okay. I'm actually curious if this can actually fit into the double riser or something. Makes me wonder. Who knows? Okay, we've seen the GN drive and the GN condenser. There's nothing to it. This is just a whole piece. The GN condenser, you attach these two small thruster pieces on, or something like that, onto this kit, onto this piece. So pretty simple build, nothing else, no stickers at all. And let's see. The beam saber. Let's start with the beam saber. You can take off the handle. Now, if you see the hole here, you can actually put two kinds of beam saber effects. Now, you can either put the flat one, like this one here, or the typical round version of the beam saber, which you mostly see in the Universal Sentry. That's what I'm assuming. This is just my assumption. I could be wrong on this, so just you might need to consider other, resources or other, information. So yeah, it has a strong connection, no problem, and pretty long. I really like the long version instead of the short versions, and it can hold it with no problem. But it's just in there, so well, it doesn't fall off. But if you, I don't know, it has that loose feeling, but not too serious. Now, as I mentioned, because of you're able to move the shoulders a little bit in front, you can also do that pose on the last episode where the old Gundam was holding the beam saber in double hands, like this, and also make it pointed up like that. I really like this. I'm pretty sure a lot of kids can do the revive kits are able to do this. I think I barely use the beam saber effects, but for the old Gundam, this looks very nice. So yeah. Okay, let's see. Now we only have two left, the shield and the beam gun. The GN shield, it's pretty simple, but just snap 3 pieces, this gray, white, and red section together, and you're good. And you have this handle here, which is pretty interesting because usually you would think the opposite way, where this should be, the handle should be standing down, but no, this is the case. So this is how it works. I believe this works. This is kind of similar to the G self shield, if I remember, where, well, at least that had a clip, not a handle. I think. What you do is you insert or slide the handle into the hand, and then you just clip it on. Now this one doesn't make any click noises, but it's just there by, I think this is what you call the term fraction. So it's just there. It has a loose feeling. Yeah, a little bit loose, but as long as you don't shake it like that, you won't really have much problems in terms of having it on, because if you just leave it, it won't fall off. And also, because of that handle, what you can do is also make the shield like facing forwards, but I find this a little bit tricky because it's hard to balance. Yeah. I do like the shield design because, yeah, I don't know, it doesn't really have that RX-78 design look, but the shield, I just personally like the way how it's like a simple design. Okay, and finally we have the beam gun, not the rifle, because of I think it's just because of size and output, power. It just slides in, but once again, it has that loose feeling even on the hand, but it's not a big problem unless you don't shake it badly like what I just did. Now, just pretty standard as well. So yeah, that's it for the review of the old Gundam ACD version. This is a pretty basic kit, and once again, just not only basic, but a really good quality, because considering that all these different colors are in separate pieces, that's a very good plus. And it has a small, clear piece, and it hides the inside very well. And yeah, once again, very simple build. So if you have any friends or anybody who wants to get into Gunpla and they're like asking you to which one they should start out first, this could be a very good kit. So recommend it for any 00 fans or any beginners or anybody as well. Anyway, thank you for watching my video of the review on the HD O Gundam ACD version. If you have any questions or requests, leave a comment below. If I got anything or any information wrong, also leave a comment below. I still have more kits to buy and build and make reviews of them, so please stay tuned. If you found this video informative or interesting, give it a like and also subscribe to my channel. Well, that's it. Until then, see you guys next time.